Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to another stream with Profit. As you probably know, we've not been on YouTube gaming for a while. We've been other places, but a bit of things have changed since I've been on for a while. We have done a couple of cool things. So number one, we're at 286 light now on my Hunter. We had a go at doing the Black Spindle last night with me and a couple of guys in the fire team. Didn't achieve it, but it was pretty late when we tried to have a crack at it, and you know, most people had kind of given up at that. Well, the two guys I was doing it with had already got it, so their kind of motivations for jumping on and getting it done were a little bit kind of not as high as mine or Bob of Bobsville, my player chap that we knock around with, my best mate. Also as well, we've been concentrating on doing a little trick, which is while we're so you know, primarily when you're doing Destiny, you always know you do a primary character, you rank him up, and then you'll jump onto another one and rank him up and jump into another, or you'll do the same mission 3 times, then you'll bounce it up so everyone ranks up. Well, I kind of took a different route. So what I'm actually doing now is I am working on a primary character, then every day logging in and just doing the daily bounties with the others. It doesn't have to be anything complicated. Just go in, do the bounties. Generally, if you do all 5 daily bounties every day, it will take you up a level, or a level and a bit, depending on what kind of enemies you have to kill, etc. So, but the guy we're with at the moment is my Titan, who we've basically, all we've done with him is done the story mission and got to level 38. And as you can see, we got to 38 and 3/4. Now I've got 8 bounty missions to do for this guy. So I fully expect him to be level 40 pretty much by the time that we finish these. So what we're going to do, we're going to start and go to the moon. I'm just going to go and do the patrol mission on the moon, and then we're going to switch over and do the Fist of Crota, where we're going to get the bounties I've got. The get 30 sun kills, sun ability kills, and also kill 5 enemies in under 3 seconds 5 times, which in essence, where we'll do it on the Fist of Crota mission with the Thrall, we should do 2 or 3 with the hammer pretty much in the first round, as well as getting about 15 kills on the solar ability kills. So the Titan I don't mind doing this with. So those 2 should be done. The moon ones just do, you know, 100 things on the moon, like go somewhere, tickle it.
You ever wish we'd never woken the hive?
Cool thing.
Oh, think
so
of all the fun we've had with those guys, though.
As we said, we've been doing lots of missions and other stuff. So we've got, you know, we're going to go on the calcified fragment hunt to get the exotic sword and start doing that. Now, there's probably loads of people that you've been watching online that have been doing loads and loads on Destiny, and you know, they're probably way in advance of where I am right now. You know, to me, it doesn't matter. You know, those guys are playing it 8 hours a day, blah blah blah. We don't. We're normal people. We have lives, jobs, family, kids, all the stuff associated with normal everyday life. And you know, even if you're a kid, you're going to school. If you're a young adult, you're going to college, university. Maybe you've got a part-time job. You know, you can't spend 8 hours a day. So this is what a normal Destiny journey looks like if you're not staying up till, well, I say that, but I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning last night trying to get the Black Spindle, and with a couple of people who were very tired, already had the gun, couldn't really be bothered. It's not they couldn't be bothered, we give it our best go, but obviously, you know, 3 committed individuals are much better than 1 committed and 2 kind of part, you know, 2 semi-committed, we'll say. So we didn't get it. We're not too fussed, in all honesty. It's not like it's going to go away. It's not like it's one of those exotics that drops once in a blue moon and you might not see it forever again. The playlist will be back. The daily heroic missions will rotate. You know, you've just got to be there. By the time we get there, you know, you could be level 300, 37. You know, get some raid gear, go around, bish bash bosh, you're done. So, let's go and do that. So yeah, we've just been bashing around. My Xbox character's coming along nicely as well, so you probably find it's quite strange that we're actually doing PS4 during midday, but we're expecting Rich to drop in shortly. And we are going to just do some quests, some PvP, get our legendary coins, which I've not really been doing, which is my own bad, but I find PvP annoying at the moment. So it's you know, I'd rather do the daily heroic. I think the daily heroics now have actually become good fun. And you know, yeah, they're using some repetitive missions. I don't really mind that at the moment because it's still fresh. The thing I'm getting a bit... Whilst one of the things I'm really finding is cool, but at the same time it's getting really buggy and annoying me, is the quest lines just seem to just keep going on and on. Which is good if it drives the story forward, but there's some of them which are just completely random. Now, on to some other things that we've done recently. So, we have been having some pretty cool things happen recently. So, one second. Well, one of the cool things that we've got going on at the moment is, you'll probably hear me start talking more and more about this, is we are now officially, from today's date, 20 days away from the pre-release of Halo 5. Now, for those that are looking at the screen now and saying, what the hell? Why are you talking about a Master Chief thing on a PS4 stream? I don't care. Bungie, 343, blah blah blah, Halo creators, I don't, you know, whatever. Oh. 1 second, guys. Back in just 1 moment. On the front door. One minute. Oh! Haha! Right. Right, sorry about that, guys. Just the nice man was bringing something to the door for me to gather, which is pretty cool because we can have a little unboxing moment with some Amazon stuff in a moment. So yeah, we had some pretty cool things happen recently. One of them which caught me completely by surprise the other day was I got a parcel that came through from Game and had no idea what it was. It was just an envelope, nothing fantastical, nothing major. It was just, what have I done? There we go, I can hear myself now. It was just a random envelope drop that happened, just got dropped off by the postman. Someone had to sign for it, and I was like, followed by mass amounts of intense conversations with my wife, turning around and saying, what have you ordered now? You know, blah blah blah, you shouldn't be doing this, etc etc. Normal wifey things that you expect. To turn round to me and say etc etc. So I proceeded to be a very good boy and basically panic and tell her that I had not ordered anything, which I genuinely hadn't. And lo and behold, out of nowhere, I got this. Cool, very cool book, which is This Is How It Happened. This is how the Batman died. It's an art book from Batman Arkham Knight, which goes into like all the graphic design and character design and even all the adverts and the buildings, etc. Of Batman Arkham City. And basically it was an apology from Warner Brothers to us that had pre-ordered, and I will say I pre-ordered it a year in advance, the Arkham Knight Batmobile edition. And when they announced it 2 weeks before, you know, have a whole year to get this thing designed and built and get out the door, and they failed. And the failure meant that we got this little book in return, which is nowhere near what we were expecting, considering that we'd ordered the considering that we'd ordered a transformable electronic Batmobile with a special edition of the game, and we got a buff, is terrible. But at the same time, you know, they could have just said sorry, got something for free, and left us to it. But you know, they sent a book out. It's not, you know, it's not making up completely for what they've done, but at the same time, you know, at least they've taken the time to make an effort and say to us, you know, give us something. Sorry about this, guys. 1 second, it's probably my my mate Rich pinging. So that's good. He's not going to be on for another hour yet, so that's fine. What we're going to do? So as you can see, we've got quests galore in multiplayer, which will be done later on. We are going to do solar ability kills and killing sprees within 3 seconds 5 times, which we've already done one, which is pretty cool considering I didn't really intend to do it, but there you go. The best place, I personally think, to do this, because there is the path of least resistance, is go to the Fist of Crota on Old Russia Earth. Launch that. Don't bother killing anything in the beginning, completely pointless. Don't just kill the guy with the sword. You know, that's important to do. And then go straight for the next room where the thrall appear. Kill anything that can shoot you. Sit on the top shelf, let your supercharge up, and then just run around in a circle, spam kill everything, and you'll find you'll get your solar kills and you'll get your kills within 5 seconds, because that's just how it is. So, I was talking about other things that we've got, which we've been quite lucky about.
If we don't stop them,
today, I went out and managed to get myself my Game & Watch amiibo, so I'm pretty chuffed about that, number one. And the second thing that has literally just turned up is all my connection cables, so that we can record chat on my Elgato. So we should be having some chat going forward, and you can listen to what my friend says, so that when I'm actually in a chat conversation, you're not just sitting there watching me go, oh my god, mate, no, and you don't understand the context of what it's about. So that's number one, that's cool. And I'm also going to be doing I'm going to be doing a setup video on how to. So I've been trying to research this Elgato off, down. I've been trying to work out for the past few days how to get game capture with chat audio. Now, the one thing I've noticed, and multiple times about this, is why there's loads of people that have videos online, and Elgato's website as well, very helpful. You know, I'm not going to criticise them, but you know, they give you all the instructions that you need to get it done. It's just one thing they don't take into account is they're constantly going on about if you've got the Xbox One chat adapter. This could be painful. Now, as you can see on my ear, I use my Xbox One chat adapter for one thing, and that is something very, very simple. And that thing is just so that I can do the chat feedback from the controller into the mix amp on my Turtle Beach XP7s. So I was sat there having a bit of a conundrum, thinking, oh, you know, I read up all about how to connect it to an Xbox One controller, how to connect it to a PS4 controller, which is here. And you know, you have to use the 3.5mm jack socket on the bottom and connect all these splitter cables in and everything. I thought, well, I don't actually want, really, to be plugging in loads and loads of cables. So, what did I do? So, what I actually found out is that the XP7 has a mix amp, and I'll show it you while we're looking, has this, which is the mix amp. So basically this cable here goes off to a USB box, or into a box, which you can plug a HDMI, an optical out cable into, and a USB cable which goes into the PS4, and this mixes all the sound. So I can do this, and that mutes the sound to my headset. I can press this here, and it mutes my chat. I can do this, turn Dolby Digital off, turn it on, go for 5.1, go for Master Surround Sound. I've got 8 different pads to filter out different sound on when I'm playing games. So I can have footstep focus and some other bits and bobs. And the way that it works, my headset here plugs into the bottom of it, under here, and that's it. And there's a second 2.5mm jack in the bottom here for Xbox chat cables for the Xbox 360. Now, on your PS4, if I was to use chat, I just plug the USB cable into my PS4 and it automatically recognises it, and I get sound coming through here, and my chat gets fed back through the USB back into the console. So how does it work with me? Because I don't use the 3.5mm jack plug on this, pointless. I don't use it on my Xbox One chat adapter. I've got optical out going into the box and splits off into my Halo Astro 50s. If I want wireless, I just usually plug the chat cable into them. So what do I do? And it actually worked out. I just put the splitter in there and run the splitter out. So we're going to be getting some chat going. As you can see, thralls are up. We've got our Thunder Hammer ready. So we go over here, activate these guys, go on this way. All these fall now. We'll start chasing those up. There we go. Just pull them off. Right. And I can split the sound out from that into my Elgato, leave that permanently in, so even if I use my Astro A50s to communicate, I can unplug my feedback cable and just plug it straight into the Astro A50s and it's completely irrelevant. It will still split out. This is powered, these XP7s are hardwired. I use this for the PS because of I use these for PS and Xbox One. Depends on if I want the Astro A50s on. A bit finicky like that. Sometimes I enjoy playing Halo wearing the Astro A50s because they are 117 limited edition ones. So sometimes I wear them. I don't want all the hassle of having the buttons on there and the mute and all that. So I just run my chat cable into my headset and away I go. I've got wireless and it's a bit lighter on the noodle. But if I'm going to be doing long gaming sessions, especially, see, as you can see, we did 2 of 5, 16 of 30, so one more run, we'll have that done. If I'm doing longer gaming sessions, so as per with this and with this, I'll hardwire them in so that I can never need to keep worrying about my controller charge, and also I don't have to worry about my headset dying midway through something and me panicking. So, hence why this has turned up. But also in here is a little surprise. It's a little surprise for me. Because I've been looking for one everywhere. But strangely enough, now I want one. One has turned up virtually everywhere I've been looking. So, as you can see, we're unboxing my Amazon parcel. It's my Rob the Robot amiibo. I'm one of those people who are old enough to actually remember Rob coming out on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and he being with the Nintendo Entertainment System Master Pack or something like that it was called. Cool little guy. Had to have him. Had to be in the collection. He will go away with my other. I got the Game & Watch guide today, so that's why I'm pretty chuffed. It's been kind of like, yeah. And the other cool things that we've got now are 2.5 meter. You can't see them because they're green. Is my 2.5 meter, 3.5 mil to 3.5 mil male to male extension lead that will go into the Elgato. We have. Hard to find, made easy. Headset splitter adapter. And then we have this, and then this, which will take them into the wicked. So we've got all the cables we need. to do the chat capture on all consoles now, and that's irrelevant. It can be on PS3, Xbox 360, Wii U, anything that basically can have a chat cable or chat accessory or something plugged into it that can be run through that amp can now be captured on the Elgato, which is cool. It saves me just having to hassle about having different wiring setups. I personally did not want wires hanging off the bottom of these controls. As you can see, my Scuff 4 PS can almost be made completely invisible, which is still, you know, I'm still dealing with the green screen things. It's just cool. I love it. I've got loads of photographs of me sat like this.
We went to the moon
In places like Spain and Paris, and one of them's in the middle of the ocean with a shark trying to bite me. It's just me messing around.
In the end, only
so yeah, we've got all the cables we need.
Armies destroyed our moon.
Which is,
if we don't stop them,
sweet,
I fear Earth will suffer the same fate.
I thought it was going to be a hell of a lot more expensive for one. And bothersome. That was the thing. It was going to be really bothersome.
On Earth. Search the grotto, find this monster, and see to his end.
As per normal, we're just going to go back in, let supers charge up, kill everything. Oh, what a cool flip that was! Go back in here, kill things, kill everything, kill more things, kill the thrall, and all should be right in the world today.
His presence here is a sign. The Hive are preparing to wake Crota's soul.
Right, let's go and jump up on the platform, get our supercharged up, and let's go and spank some. One thing with a bit of rounds in this are shocking. My other Suros rifle I've got for my other characters are immense, and I mean immense. So level 30, nearly 285s. I've got 285s and 282s. .285s and 282s on my other character, on my Titan Hunter, and they are amazing. I love them to bits. Are you still alive though? No. Ah, Mystic Enigma's just come online. Hello mate, how you doing? Did you have a good night's sleep? You didn't smash your TV up then? I was close. I was very, very close to it at one point. I tried with some people from LFG, but to tell you the truth, mate, most of them were just underpowered, need help carrying through. How do you do this? Blah blah blah. So I just bugged out. I'm just like, no, couldn't do it. It got to something silly o'clock in the morning. I was just like, done. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, there's no big hardship, is there? Because it's not like the playlist is going to go away anytime soon. Well, judging by the way they've done playlists in the past, it's not like we're ever going to run out of it. Right, give me a second. I'm just going to plug something in and test something while you're online, actually, because that's quite handy. I'm just going to go on mute for a second, just while I plug this thing in, and then we'll be back. So if you go into the, like so. So now we've got headset and chat. Okay, so chat can go into mic to mic. Headphone that. headphones to that. This one goes to the bottom here. Right, can you hear me? Wicked. Haha. That's brilliant. Oh, I got all my cables come so that I can record party chat while I'm streaming. But it's just I've got to plug you. I was looking into it online about how you do it, and just some of the websites' ways of explaining it were just mental. They were just like, plug this splitter into your PS4 controller and then plug this in and plug that in. But I've got these Turtle Beach XB7s, and you don't need to like have loads of extensions hanging out your controller because everything comes through that. So I just need to run the chat cable from like my Xbox controller to that headset, and it records everything. And even if I don't record it that way, it just picks up all the after chat. So when I'm talking, like when I'm streaming, my microphone that I stream into picks up the chat, and everything else is pretty much irrelevant. Because when I'm talking, you guys will hear me anywhere, regardless of what I'm saying or where I'm saying it into, and it'll still record your responses. So I'm gonna have to be very careful. Yeah, well, not yet. No, I've not plugged it all in. But I mean, I'm not too fussed. I mean, oh no, don't worry. I'm gonna put an advisory on my stream, so when anyone comes online, because some of the other people's streams I've been watching, I mean, they don't give two shits what they say. I mean, I've heard them insulting people and doing other things and just going mental. So, I mean, the only real worry we've got for the team's Rich, because he's on PC method of doing things. Sorry guys to people watching the stream as well. It must be so interesting watching me dancing Destiny whilst trying to plug a cable. I've left it oh, I'm just doing some bounties. I'm just doing some bounties on one of my Titan. The Titan's well down on what I was doing, but I just kind of I just do the daily bounties every day with one of my lower characters, just so it can boost me up. No. Okay. I think that's what, because Richie's going to come online in about the next hour or something. Because he's just in a conference call at the minute, so he's a bit tied up at the moment. But apart from that, let me just do these missions, and I'll jump on with you. Which ones are you going to start? Are you going to go right from the beginning? Yeah. Yeah, that's the same as my Titan as well. I'm just trying to get him up to level 40 so that I can start using my legendary guns that my hunter's got. And then it's just a case of using the just getting his armour up then. Yeah, I know that one. I've got that one as well with my hunter. It's just like you look at it and you're like, oh no, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Yeah, me and Rico last night we were on till about 2:30 in the morning, and then I went downstairs afterwards, and God, I was like, I couldn't have a cup of tea. I was literally just having an old man moment, and I got downstairs, and I started watching a TV program, and I was like, I am ready for this, and it ended up being 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, and then my wife came down in the little bed and she was like, he's not sleeping, I need you to look after him. I was like, okay. Yeah. Well, what is the Nightfall? Oh, it's the Vex Mind, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine. I can jump in. My Hunter's at 2.8 after last night. Is about 2.86 at the moment, I think. No. Because literally, because me and Rich are kind of like, well, we're not really... It's not that we're not bothered, but it's just it's not an urgency now. Because you don't get any buffs or anything anymore. Which one is it? The Undying Mind? Oh, didn't we do that? Did we do it on the weekend? Honestly, can't remember. I might have done it, but that was a pain. That mission was all right until we got through. I think it was until we got through pretty close to the end, and then it was like. That's my Friday things. Blazer, how you doing? Welcome back. Yeah, we're... Oops. I'm just gonna do some more of these stupid killing sprees, which I'll probably say I'll go to the moon. No, I'll go to Earth. I'll do it there. Yeah, I forgot what I've got to do the whole quest thing with this Titan. I've got to do all the main the main stories and everything. So that's not going to be a quick run. Yeah, I've done it with my Hunter. I just basically one day when it came out, I just sat down and did the Hunter till I'd done it, and it was kind of like 6 hours and had it done start to finish. I mean, Pabs the Geek, well done, mate, well done. Yeah, I remember you were kind of having a little cheek around. Yeah, complete difference to the game, complete.
I'm receiving reports
guys, if I'm talking to chat, talking to you guys in camera, and then seem like I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, it's because I'm in a party chat with a mate of mine, Mystic Enigma, at the moment, and we're actually a mate and fellow clan member. Adam last night was well chuffed, by the way, that he was part of a clan, because he's. I don't know. He wasn't in the store when I popped in today. I think he's going to be. I think he's not his day off today. I think he's in a bit later on after lunch on a different shift or something. But he was ever so chuffed because we went to the Dreadnought and I tried to do some patrol missions with him, but he just in all honesty. So it was like, don't worry, chap. We'll sort it out. Wow, well done, Pabs the Geek. Well done. I told you it was a different game. I told you you'd love it. It's just a complete different revelation to what vanilla Destiny is, or used to be. I should say used to be. It's historic now. Do you know, it was really strange last night when me and Rich were talking to someone else, and we were trying to explain Year 1 Destiny to someone. Oh, it was actually Adam. We were trying to explain to Adam like Year 1 and some of the language that you'd use and all that, and it just felt weird having to explain to someone like the old Nightfall and how it worked and going back to orbit. I miss the old Nightfall. Yeah, and I felt as though you actually got something done, because when you'd have those ones where... one second. Cheers, Blazer. Absolutely right, mate. Absolutely right. And would you strangely believe my Twitter account now is up to nearly 50 subs, and... what was it? My Twitch feed now is up to something like 13, 14, so it all contributes along the line. So cheers, buddy. Thank you. And Pabs the Geek as well, thank you for coming back. I know it's been quite a while since I've been on YouTube gaming, so it's been I think it's been about a week in all honesty. But we have been out there cracking on. But yeah, we were explaining about it, and I said Mystic, that it was weird how there would be those missions that like Cerberus 3, when it had solar burn on, was just ridiculously easy. And then some days you'd get like, what's the one in the pit, the Nexus mine, with no burns, and it would just, you could be ready to strangle someone by the end of it. Oh. Actually, that's a good point. That's a good point, Blazer. What is my Instagram? And for all those people that are watching on YouTube now, I will warn you now. My Instagram does have lots and lots of pictures of semi women in a semi-state of dress. I think is the word you're supposed to use to be PC. It's not. They're not rude. They're not rude. I mean, the thing is, the missus looks at them and she looks at some of them and she's like, God Almighty, no, she's got a decent body, but it's just. It's just a case of, you know, there's some people that you just need to see pictures of. For some reason, you know, they didn't make them. There's some lovely people out there, some lovely, very well endowed, blessed, beautiful women, and there's no point keeping them hiding in a box somewhere. That could be bad. Actually, that's a very good point, Blazer. I don't actually have a Damned Prophet Instagram. I will set one up this afternoon and fill it full of Destiny and Halo pictures, so you'll know it's me. Right, let's go and spam the shit out of these with hammers. So what's this nerf that they've done on the solar hammer? Because while I saw it and got it, I didn't kind of understand it in... What? Oh, okay, I see. I think I've just had it suffered. Yeah, it doesn't let you just keep repeatedly chucking them now, does it? 5. These killing sprees get on. These killing sprees with certain abilities get on my nerves at times, especially when you get something like 30 void kills with a hunter. So, ugh. Yeah, Blazer. So the hammer glitch is gone now. The patch that you've probably downloaded recently was the one that sorted the hammer glitch out, and the black spindle is coming next. I personally think they're going to leave black spindle a while, you know. I don't think it's high on their list of shit to fix. Yeah, so for all those people, I keep saying all those people, I should say people in chat, look at Bungie's latest hotfix and you'll see the hammer glitch is gone, because the cool thing that you can find is if you can get on YouTube, have a look at the guy that has unlimited hammers that basically just spawns this melee chain of complete and utter destruction. It's good. And it will never happen again. I just need to charge my super up and do one more kill things 5 times, and then most of it's just the normal bounties, but I can grab them online. And then I'll switch out to my hunter and we can go and do some of your quest lines if you want. The one that you've got on Venus, is it the kill the 2 elites, the zealots, and then collect some battle damage? Have you got that one? Or use the lumber? That's the one. Because I've been trying to get, well, it's not that I've been trying to get it done in a while, but it's just getting the right fire team to get it done with. So every time I get an LFG, there's always something like, I'm at 220 light. I'm at 220 light people, and I need carrying through the raid. I mean, I'm not going to complain because usually it's me that's being carried through the raid because I'm well under my light levels. I'm almost there though. My hunter's almost there at 2. I mean, what is it now? I think it's like 2. Yeah, my hunter's 285. Wicked. Oh, that reminds me, I've got all them to do. It might be a late night tonight. I'll just stay up, not stream. Even though I can stream directly to YouTube now via the PS as the. Yeah, because I was looking at some people doing. I don't know. I'm not going to use a camera either. I might just do it just to keep up the video going in or something. But I don't fancy dropping the quality. I don't fancy dropping the quality of the stream just so that I can do it in the living room. You know, one in the background to himself. Blazer, I won't do my personal one because there's some family members on there that won't want sharing on linking up like that. So I'll set up a specific one for me for profit, and then that way then you'll have a very, very gaming specific one. Because if you start looking into some of my family are Latin Americans, and it just gets junk filled sometimes when they all start looking at shoes and other such intricate things. So I'll set up a gaming specific one for you to then share out. Just keep an eye on my Twitter feed. That'll probably be the best thing, and then I'll share my Instagram page on there. Oh, some of these bounties. I mean, I understand what Bungie was saying, that you're going to go running around and you'll just generally do some bounties and, you know, everything will just be fine. But Christ, they've made some of them so tedious. And the worst thing is, as well, I always think I've got further along with my character than I actually am. So, well, after I've been using, like, so my Titan on my Xbox is virtually nearly maxed out. And it's weird when I go back to the PS because the colour scheme is very similar. And I always have this thing in my head that I'm just going to be able to chuck loads of hammers and blow shit out of stuff. And then I look back and I think, oh Christ, I haven't actually touched him. Right. Let's level 40 gold. But yeah, for everyone watching the stream, hopefully you can, and to Pabs the Geek as well. Yeah, hopefully the stream quality is looking good for you guys, because it's it should now be running at a flawless 10. Was it 1280 by 720p at 60 frames a second as well. So we should be running pretty smooth. And as you can see, we've got the new toy, the green screen. If you can hear me back from all the way back there, so we can thoroughly enjoy the game without my bookcase being in the way. Right, the bookcase of porn. Which is porn. Well, actually, speaking of porn, for all those people again, all of you out there watching, speaking of porn, you know what I bought today when I was in game, having a little mooch round? I bought my game. Yes, I did. Speaking of video game porn, it's just I've been trying to get hold of a decent copy, but like one that's in very, very good nick. And you always find them and they're a bit battered and they look like they've been through a mucky person's house. And I went into game and they just got one in and it was virtually mint. And I was like, and I also bought something stupid, which, you know, I can understand if people criticise me for this one, but I've got it on the Xbox 360 and I never bought it on the PS3 and it was £1. Brand new. Let's see if you can guess what game it is. Let's play the game. It was out 2 years ago. It was that bad a game. After a month, they dropped the price down of a new game to £2.50. What do you think it could be? To everyone, go for it. What do you think it is? It was a really, really hyped game that everybody was really looking forward to, and when it released, it was rubbish. No, think past gen first. Yeah, it was on PS3. It was on primarily PS3. It's not been on PS4. It's not a cross-platform one. Yeah. But it was probably one of the most memorable games that was released that was shockingly bad. And it was shocking on a scale of when it was released. In fact, someone in America sued the publisher for lying about the quality of the game. It is. Sure, that's on it. It is. For all those people on chat that were looking at the camera, and for you as well, Mystic, to hear, it is Aliens Colonial Marines, the limited edition. It was brand new in game for £1. Mate, it was shocking. It was a shocking game when it came out. They basically did E3 2013. I think it was 2013. Anyone can correct me on that. They basically did this show where they put up, I mean, because it was done by Sega and Gearbox did Half-Life, and they basically put up this video of which looked like a scene from the film Aliens, and it showed you these Marines running through corridors and they had all the guns, and then all of a sudden it cut away to something else, and there was a big like storage bay, and it was filling up with aliens and Marines fighting each other, and the graphics on it were just sublime. I mean, it looked stunning, and they kept hyping it up, and Sega did a load of advertisements on the TV, and it was kind of like you know be the hunter or be the prey, blah blah blah, come and live the kind of come and be part of this experience, etc etc. And when the game released, it turned out that whilst Gearbox had done some of the game, the multiplayer game and the final levels, because Gearbox couldn't get it out in time because they were working on something else, they basically subbed out the end of the game. So they basically just subcontracted it to another company. And they didn't have the programming skills to make the game look graphically up to Gearbox's levels, but there was no time. Sega didn't want to push the release date back because they'd announced it at E3 and said that we're sticking to this date's never going to change. And what happened then is they pushed it back. They didn't push it back, they released it unfinished, and all the high def graphics that they'd shown off and everything that you associated with the game were gone. The graphics looked like they were like Gen 1 PlayStation 2 graphics. The gameplay was shocking. I mean, it was so bad. The gameplay was that bad that someone in the US took Sega to court over it and sued them and won. And that's why nowadays when you see an advert on the TV, so this is a bit of useless information for the viewers at home. When you watch a game advert now on TV, and when you watch Destiny the Taken advertised on the TV, they either use real life footage, because then they can say it, not game footage at the bottom in big white letters, or when they do a game before it's released, like Lara Croft Tomb Raider, the next Tomb Raider, or Forza, there was a big white line at the bottom that says not actual in-game footage and part of beta software. So the game could change. And that's why it's put on, because in the US this guy ended up suing Sega for something stupid, like I think they won something like $20 million, because he said that when he was at E3 he was promised this one game and got something else. And he won. And he battered them. And it was... It did literally change the game industry completely from the ground up. So I thought, for the sake, and later on, I mean later on, after Sega got into a load of grief and shit, and people moaned at them, and you know, pardon my language to those watching. No, stuff that. I do swear. You're gonna have to get used to it. After they got into a load of shit and this all came out that the graphics were bad, they went to Gearbox, and Gearbox went back over the game. So what was Gearbox working on? Team Fortress. They were working on Team Fortress, one of the new Team Fortress games on PC, and it was so bad that they had to pause development of Team Fortress. And they got their own techie guys to go back over the whole of Colonial Marines and update all the not update all the graphics, but they put high def textures in there. They went over and reprogrammed the AI, and they did loads and loads of work to the game. And they basically did it was something stupid like a 10 gig download, which on PS3 and Xbox 360 was kind of massive. And it ended up being like one of the first big ever game patches, like as in like completely redesigning the game and redoing the AI and everything. And it was just, even when they released it in the end, it was still, even after the patch, the graphics looked a bit better, but the game was still shit. Like one of the missions was you had to go through like this alien hive, and all these aliens are hopping off the wall, and they'd run at you. And they'd just stand in front of you and hit you and not kill you. You could literally be slashed by 6 of them loads and loads of times and you wouldn't die. And then you go into another mission where you'd have to fight a Marine, and he would pull a pistol out from across the map and go pum, and you'd be dead. Insta-death straight away. One shot to the head, insta-death. But an alien could be, 6 aliens could be around you slashing you up and you wouldn't die. And it became a running joke, literally a running joke in the game industry. That and that's why now as well, when you watch E3 presentations, all the presentations now say in-game demo. Captain Jones. Ow? Well, they are made of the weakest plastic known to man.
This place brings back memories. I sure am glad I found you.
I'm on Earth, Rich, doing pointless patrol missions. Well, not pointless patrols. I'm doing the daily bounties just to get my time up to level 40. No, I've said I've not touched PvP. I really should, because my whole Titan's bounty list is just full of PvP bounties. But delete the bounties. He's in a funny mood. I'm telling you, Mystic. He's had a. I think he's been on a conference call, so it could be anything could happen in the next half hour. Fucking dipping it in straight. I love the fact that when you pick up like the bounties to do patrols in Cosmodrome and Moon, it says you can boost it along by picking up chests. But then suddenly when you go and pick a chest up, which you know there's a chest that always spawns there, oh, I've just found one, it doesn't turn up. Or the actual spawn changes, or it doesn't drop them as often. So yeah, Rich, I had a mental moment today. A mental moment. I went into game, and naturally, whenever I go into game, I have this policy of you can't go in and not with anything. So, Adam. No, he was up quite late last night because he was on with me and Rico in the Dreadnought till about 1:30. Oh yeah. Well, he wasn't in work today. I think he had I think he got like half day off. So he's not been in. But I went in anyway. I bought a very naughty game for the PS3 called Catherine. Well, it's not naughty. It was just a weird Japanese manga game that was about sex and porn. And I bought a game for £1, brand new, for £1. It was Aliens Colonial Marines, mate. The game that is actually, I was telling Mystic all the story about what happened with it, and do you actually know that it was the game that finally put the nail in Sega's coffin? That was why. Well, Sega actually paid millions of pounds to 20th Century Fox to have the license for AVP. Aliens and Aliens vs Predator, because they used to do the game with Rebellion on the PC, and they basically had the license and they were like, we're going to do this one game, it's going to be brilliant, it's going to rejuvenate the franchise, and it ended up that they closed the door because it was so bad. That's why Sega now have been reduced to making Sonic the Hedgehog games for iPhone. And what was it, 20th Century Fox took the license back and then, strangely enough, went to create, what was it, what's the name of the one that made Alien Isolation? No, that game was went under the radar. That was such a creepy game. The Alien was a little bit too hard in it though, especially on hard settings. You literally just one squeaky shoe on the floor and you were done. Creative Assembly is the name of the company that got the Alien franchise, who are now doing another game. What game have they just been awarded with? And we're back on the stream. Yep. And not bad over distance. the bullet drop off is incredible when you start getting over, I think it's medium range. I was trying to think what the name of the game is that Creative Assembly's just done. It's a massive multiplayer game as well that they're redoing to bring back. And it's something weird. It's something. Is it? Do you know what's been racking my brains for the last few days as well? And I found, well, no, that there is that, but the name of the James Bond film that was after Casino Royale. Nope. Yeah, the story was set in Latin America about the water contracts. But for 2 days, I've been racking my brains over that film, over the name of the film. Quantum of Solace. But isn't it quite strange? You remember Skyfall and you remember Casino Royale, but that one, for some whatever mysterious reason, it just doesn't click. And yeah, it was pretty bad. The best thing in it was down the frame. Yeah, I think the problem that they had with Quantum of Solace, they were trying to bring in the idea of having that global terrorist organisation with Spectre, and it didn't make any sense because it didn't kind of tie into the story of like Mr. White from Casino Royale and the fact that killed what's his face, the French guy with the scar. And yeah, they were just trying to make it too much around that without actually concentrating onto the main Bond story. Well, I think they're going to try and make up for it now, aren't they? He's already done it, man, and it's been absolutely panned everywhere. The problem is, everybody panned Adele as well when she did the first. Yeah, they did. I mean, when it first came out, they were just like, oh, it's just Adele warbling into a microphone. And then after about 2 weeks, they were like, this song's really good. I don't think Sam Smith's going to get that kind of recognition, but I think once the film comes out and you see the context of the song to the film, it might make more sense. Looks like the RNG gods are punishing Richard. Hello. Do you know what? I've been shooting everything. I don't realise we're going to get 29 AT. And for those people watching the stream or listening or whatever, you'll get to enjoy these dulcet delights of the chat soon. No, I want the entertainment value out of you. I reckon you can at least get me 20 followers a month. Mate, you could get me arrested just on a night out, let alone streaming onto the World Wide Web. Destiny PvP causing no rage since 2014. Mate, between that and Black Ops 2, I reckon that would fuel you enough to just make you the angriest man on the planet. Have you guys seen a guy on social media called Angry Oreo Man? If you get a chance, look at some of these posts. They're absolutely quality. Basically, the guy thinks that Oreos are he basically thinks that they are Satan's sperm, and he's constantly trying to like destroy the brand. And whenever someone posts up like this new Oreo's coming out, he basically goes mental on the post on social media. And someone posted up about white Oreo cookies, and the guy writes like a 5,000 page post below, a 5,000 word post below it on how white Oreo cookies will bring down the religions and destroy most governments because they taste shit. It's just mental. Hey up, guess who's watching the stream, boys? We've got Jobber dropping a few comments in. I'm going to drop a little comment here that said, how's the balls? It says here that Jobber's about to finish the raid off. What, Shen, you on Oryx? That could be a quick cheeky win for us, Rich, if you want to drop in and do it. Unless Jobber, you'll have to let us know if you've got a fire team or not. Oh, he says he's going to finish him off shortly. Alright, so he's going to be coming on later. That's fine. That's fine, mate, no worries. But as long as your balls are alright, that's the most important bit. Because I know when I read your message... What? Oh, you've got the connection then. Your host.